Hello and welcome to this bumper extended edition today where we're going to cover SNK's 40th anniversary collection. This collection comprises 25 games, that's right, 25 games, and it's available completely free on Amazon Prime Gaming. If you don't already have Prime Gaming, why not download it now using the description below this video. And without further ado, let's get into it. First up is Alpha Mission. Okay, and we can see from the immediate display this looks like a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. So let's get started. Here we go. Now this is not the genre of game that I'm typically very good at, so I don't expect to do particularly well here. Okay, that F, what's that? Some kind of firepower power. Alright, okay, I see, we're building up letters on the bottom left there. Maybe to get some kind of power up. Looks like it's going to be our missile. It's that red glowing part there. Looks like a wing of a ship. Okay, yep, alright, so I can see in the bottom right hand of the screen that we're building up a ship of some kind. Maybe it's a shield. Blowing up those square green turrets. Looks like it's what brings the letters out. I'm doing better than expected here. I half expected to have already died by now. Oh, commentator's curse, there we go. Off we go again. Always restarted right back at the start. As is the case in these older games, they're very unforgiving. Oh, and I've died again. Okay, well you get the idea of this game. It's a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. So I think we'll quickly bring this one to a close and get on to the next game. Next in the list is Athena. Okay, so it looks like we've got some kind of side-scrolling platformer perhaps here. Let me figure out how to kick things or hit things. How are we supposed to destroy these enemies? Perhaps I should have checked out the controls before starting the game. Oh, there we go. Okay, we've picked up what looks like a maraca, though I'm sure that's not what it is. Beat people to death with it. Oh, now we've got, is it an axe or a hammer? I'm not quite sure, it's a hammer. Let's try bashing this log. Nope, that doesn't seem to work. Maybe we can jump over it, take a bit of a run. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's check out the controls properly before doing any more random button bashing. You can press escape at any time during the games to bring up the menu and figure out what the controls are. Okay, we don't seem to be able to jump over this. Maybe we can bash it with our hammer. Try a turbo bash. Yep, that seems to do the trick. Oh, and we've died. Well, that was Athena, a side-scrolling bash-em-up platformer. On to the next one. Next up we have Beastbusters. Okay, it looks like we've got an arcade-style first-person shooter, very much in the style of the ones that you used to stand up in the cabinet and have the actual gun that you shoot at the screen. What was it called? House of the Dead, that style of game. Oh, died already. That wasn't a very good first go. That's how another quick go. Yeah, so you're just moving around here with your joypad, just shooting anything that's on the screen that moves, basically. Shooting bits of ammo to get extra. And on it goes. We're getting some kind of warning. Probably the screen's going to fill up with stuff any moment. Let's have a look. Oh yes, loads of rampaging hounds all over the place. Use a flash grenade or whatever that is that blows everything up on the screen. And death befalls us once more. So you get the idea of that game. It's a first person shooter. Very, very frantic action. I actually got a high score there. I was 6th on the board. Amazing. And we'll move on to the next one. Next we have the Bermuda Triangle.
Emergency. Emergency. Land on deck, Sid. Warning. Warning. Emergency. Alpha.
Okay, so it looks like another vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. Very similar to the one that we just played earlier. Bit of a different graphical style.
Warning.
Where that little green ship that we picked up looks like a multiple. Oh, increased our firepower to shooting out outside now as well. Is there? Just a kind of shield maybe? I don't know. Do these mines kill you? Or... yes, they do.
Warning. Warning. Damage. Hammer.
Oh, this is a novel feature. We appear to be going backwards now.
Warning. Warning. Damage. Hammer. Emergency.
And game over. So you get the idea behind that one. It's another vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. On to the next one. Next we have Chopper. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up featuring a helicopter. Oh, it looks like I might have been right. How do you shoot? Oh, there we go. Yes, I was exactly right. It's another vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. This time it features a helicopter. The movement on this one seems to be a bit smoother than the others. Oops, just died there. We'll play on a bit more and see if there are any novel features to the game. Oh, some kind of something approaching from behind. Oh, it's a large aeroplane. Is there some kind of minibus here? Oh, and it's destroyed me. There we go. That was Chopper. Next on the list is Crystalis, or Crystalis. Not quite sure. This doesn't sound like a shoot 'em up game, so let's hope we've got something a bit different going on now. Quite a lengthy build up into the game here. Will we be disappointed once we get there? Okay, finally looks like we're about to start. Here's a little character appearing in the door. Okay, move him around. Not immediately obvious where to go. Let's check the controls. Okay, we've got an inventory of a kind. This might be some kind of RPG game. Go through here? Nope. Nope. Left, right? No, must be down. There we go. And we're off. Ah, okay. So this is maybe some kind of early Zelda type game, or like Spirits Legacy, I think it was called on the Amiga. Yeah, you need to talk to people, find out what you need to do. Probably have to go and destroy some monsters somewhere, collect items, power up a character, and face bosses. I'm guessing that's what this one's all about. Okay, so we've got a bit of character interaction and storyline in this game. Probably will actually make it a bit more worthwhile playing. Looks like we've had a graphical update from some of the earlier games that we've looked at today. Okay, is this the way out of the village? Yes, appears so. Oh, and we're out into the desert stroke forest. It's a desert with trees. Why can't I attack? Ah, I haven't equipped my sword. Here we go, let's get the sword out and see how effective our attacks are. Oh, there we go. Oh, missed. Oh dear. It's pretty difficult to aim. There we go. Some kind of giant upright cat or rabbit here. Oh, destroyed him as well. What about this one? Oh my goodness. Oh, I think I took a hit there. There we go. Not much life left now. If I take another hit, I'll probably be dead. Kill that one. Oh, and death. Okay, so that was Crystallis. Next up is Fantasy. Okay, so we have to land our balloon on this boat here on the sea. Oh, it's shooting at us. Oh, and we're dead. My goodness. Let's try again. And success. Rescue Cherry, or Sherry. Look, little sword. Yeah, we can't seem to attack anything, we just have to avoid things. Okay, yes, okay, we can lure them into this cannon here. Try and avoid it ourselves, though. Let's go again. It's difficult to describe the genre of this game, really. It's definitely like an RPG, adventure-style game setting, but more with like mini-games in it than actual RPG content. We'll go again, we'll see if we can at least try and rescue this Sherry. Yeah, I've got the hang of it a bit. I'm just going to hide in this corner and then lure him into the cannon. And there we go, that was successful. We just have to avoid the cannon ourselves. Try again with this one. Yep, killed him as well. Let's lure this one. Oh, I got him, but got us as well. Just one left. Oh dear, what was I doing there? Help me! Help me! And final one dead. So we just have to run past the cannon now, and I'm sure we can rescue Cherie from this horrendous dungeon. I don't know if you can pick it up, but we've had several examples so far of sampled speech in this game. Very early on in the kind of development of that, and it's truly awful. Now, what do we have to do here? Oh, it just looks like we have to avoid everything. Our balloon. Great collision detection there. Looked definitely like I hit that bird thing there. Maybe it's just the yellow things that we have to avoid. Nope, the bird killed me. Okay, I think that's enough of that one. Next up, Guerrilla War. This is sounding like it might be another kind of shoot 'em up. Bit of an animated introduction to this one here. Our boat rolls up onto the shore, and oh, here we go, swimming onto a beach, and we're off. Okay, so this is a two-stick style of shooter, where your right-hand stick controls the direction that you shoot in, and your left-hand stick controls your movement. So a little bit of variation here on what we've seen before. So we've got a gun, standard gun, and we can also throw grenades there. Got explosive damage. Rescue these people who are here. Yay, there we go. So we have to rescue the prisoners, kill the people around them, and just progress on. Incidentally, you can see in the bottom right hand corner, this is a 2-player game, as are many of the games in this compilation. So pick up the second joypad, get somebody to join in, and have some fun together. Oh, you can see a tank there in the top right hand corner. Heavily guarded right now. Let's see if we can clear out the... Oh, simply by moving off the screen and going back, the enemies went away. Can we get in the tank? Yes. There we go. This is a bit difficult to control, but it's the same kind of control mechanism. Now much more firepower. So this was Guerrilla War, a vertically scrolling 2-stick style shooter. We'll move on to the next one. So next up is Ikari Warriors. I actually remember this game, so I will be familiar with playing this one. No guarantee I'll be any better at it though. So this is pretty similar to the game that we just saw, vertically scrolling two-stick shooter, featuring a main character who's a humanoid. Looks like we've got some power-ups there. Can we pick these up? Not by walking over them. We have to blow them up with a missile. No. Shooting them. Oh, there we go. Stand on them and press shoot. So it picks them up. Okay, death becomes us again. So that was Ikari Warriors. Let's move on to the next one. Next we have Ikari Warriors 2, Victory Road. Very much darker graphical style in this one. To shoot this head, and we've got no idea what we're shooting there. Some kind of flame or ball, no, I'm not sure. Okay, so much less of an open landscape in this one, very narrow road to get along here. So it's a good job we've got a bit more powerful weapon than the pea shooter that we started with in the last game. So I have to say this seems to be a lot easier than the original Ikari Warriors. I'm surviving, just as we say that, I've gone down. Surviving a bit longer and better in this one. The sword looks like a new weapon to try out. Let's try this. Doesn't seem to be as effective as the flame ball, so let's get that back again. Oh, I've gone down.
Come on, let's fight.
Okay, so that was a very quick look at Ikari Warriors 2, Victory Road. We'll move on to the next one.
Let's try again.
So next up, Ikari 3, The Rescue. The final game in the Ikari Warriors series, if I remember correctly. So here we go, splash down from a helicopter. Bit of a different approach taken in this game. We've got no gun at the beginning, so it just looks like melee attacks. Give people a punch. There we go, very satisfying. Looking at the style of the character, I think this may have took a little bit of inspiration from the Rambo movie. Oh, I'm being assaulted by a posse of people. I don't think we're going to come out of this alive. No, but that exploding barrel helped us out a lot. Considering I didn't even look at the controls for this one, a bit of button bashing and spamming seems to be effective. And we're down. Very different feel in this game to the earlier Ikari Warriors game. It's all about close-up melee combat, not about guns and shooting, well at least from that first part of the game anyway. Next up is Iron Tank. Oh, and surprise, surprise, it's a vertical scrolling shooter. It's another two-stick affair on this one, with the turret being controlled separately to the movement. It's a bit strange how the control works. Oh, we can just run over these people, we don't need to shoot them. The turret seems to lock in certain directions when you press. It takes a bit of getting used to. Some random button pressing brings up the map. How do I get back? There we go. Seems to pay off to be a little bit more strategic in this one, taking advantage of the scenery, hiding behind buildings to shoot people rather than taking stuff head on. Looks like there's a character beyond this wall asking for help. Can we rescue him? No, there we go. And we get a little word of thanks. So again, it seems the difficulty level in this one is a bit more straightforward and simple than some of the other games that we've played. I'm certainly not dying as often here. So you get the gist of that one. I think we'll go on and move on to the next one now. Let's see what's next on the agenda. Munchmobile. So as the title suggests, the idea behind this game is to drive your car and grab the things on the side of the road, which will feed us. Didn't seem to work grabbing that one there. Let's have a go with this apple here. Nope, I didn't pick it up either. Cutting that a bit fine. Ah, okay, you've got to reach out and then pull back. That grabs it. Oh, it crashed. So a welcome change of pace in this game. No frantic shooting around in this one, just gentle drive along a country road, picking up fruit as we go by. Oh, and I've crashed. Is that game over? Yep, that's game over. So that was Munchmobile. Next up, we have Ozma Wars. Is it Ozma Wars or ZMA Wars? I think it's Ozma Wars. Yep, Ozma Wars. going on here? Spaceship shooting at us, maybe? Oh, okay, it's very, very, very poor Space Invaders. We've had a definite drop in graphical quality here. Some kind of psychedelic background that the graphics scroll through and then change as they come down. Interesting effect, but not good. I think the background is supposed to give the impression of vertical scrolling, though your ship's position is actually fixed on the bottom of the screen. Not as good as the original Space Invaders. And game over. I don't think we need to say any more of that one. Definitely the worst in the compilation so far. Next up we have Paddle Mania. Maybe tennis game or table tennis game? Let's see. Okay, so I think we probably have to hit the ball into the opposition's goal here. The control system is a bit strange with you've got swipe left and swipe right. It's not just a matter of hitting R button to swipe your racket and trying to hit the ball. Well, I think we can safely say I'm truly terrible at this game. I'm losing 5-0. And defeated on the easiest level. Next up we have POW, Prisoner of War. Okay, so side-scrolling beat-em-up we've got here, very much in the style of Renegade or the arcade game Kung Fu Master. Oh dear, gone down. Yeah, I really should check out the controls for these games before starting them. Okay, starting to get the hang of it a little bit more now. Okay, can we go through this door here? Or are we just going to go scrolling to the side? Nope. Try jumping. Nope, definitely not. About this door here. Nope, can't seem to get through that. Headbutt it, kick it, punch it. Nope, doesn't seem to work. Let's just progress to the right. And people immediately come out of the door as we've left it. Back fist punches there, high kick. Yeah, it's kind of satisfying playing this kind of game. Oh, this guy has a gun. Oh, took him out quickly. Oh, now we've got a gun. Excellent. Making short work of opposition there. Oh, and we're down and oh dear, we've lost our gun now. Now we've got to fight the guy with a knife. Just with our fists and feet. And we're down again. That guy was very, very fast. Dropped an explosive there, avoided that. Okay, and that was a brief look at POW. Let's see what's coming up next. Oh, Prehistoric Isle. Is this going to be a precursor to the Jurassic Park games, or is it going to be another shoot 'em up? Green Hell Isle. Oh, looks like a horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up this time. A little biplane here. The control in this system is a little bit smoother than some of the earlier games. We've definitely seen some improvement through the years. Maybe this is a much later game than what we've seen earlier. Okay, so the floating dinosaur egg there is giving us some kind of power up. Oh yes, okay, so we can use the option key to create something that shoots at the bottom while we're shooting across. Yeah, this is definitely a much better game than some of the ones we've seen earlier. Much better graphics, better control system, and a lot more variation in gameplay and graphics. Yeah, this is actually quite a nice little game to play. I'm actually quite enjoying this. Definitely my favourite so far. Next up we have Psycho Soldier. The little girl is singing along to the song. That's quite funny. Okay, so what we've got here is a side-scrolling platform shooter. You can move up and down between the platforms to avoid things and shoot as you go along. The little orbs are some kind of special attack which you can launch. Again, much improved graphics here and a smoother control system. Much improved from some of the earlier ones that we saw in this compilation. Makes for a much more enjoyable gaming experience, and the soundtrack is unique and quirky.
Seen it, I will go.
Yeah, okay, so I've died there. I won't continue, we've seen enough of that. Yeah, quite an enjoyable little game that, worth persevering with. Let's see what we've got up next. SAR Search and Rescue. Bit of an introduction into this one, setting the scene for the game. What's it going to bring us into? Nobody knows the facts. Is the fact going to be that this is going to be another shoot 'em up style game? Only time will tell. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't press L2, that just made me jump into that guy there. Let's look at the controls. Okay, so this is another two-stick style shooter, similar to the Ikari Warriors Victory Road game that we've seen earlier. It's a quite narrow landscape here, not much room to manoeuvre. Aiming with the right stick and moving with the left. Let's see what this power-up is here. Okay, so we've got another target here. Oh, okay, that was good. It shoots a kind of green rocket at the same time as shooting, helping clear out more enemies. Looks like we've got a door to go through here. Oh, there we go. Oh, large menacing looking robot. Oh, and a massive hole for us to fall into. Let's jump over. Oh, a little tug and roll there. And a door to the next area. Yeah, this game reminds me a little bit more of like Smash TV with the area segregation and doors, though it's not quite as frantic as that game. Oh, mass ambush. Will we escape from here alive? Let's just do a bit dodging around and shooting. Some power-ups here. There we go. Oh, surviving quite well so far. And as soon as I say that, I die. And game over. Somehow we actually managed to get a high score there, even with my very poor performance. Yeah, we won't continue, I think we'll just move on to the next one. Okay, so we've got Suzuki versus Commander. Okay, so it seems what we have here is a slight modification on the Space Invaders theme, with our character at the bottom, shooting the things at the top. I have to say the control system in this one is truly awful, it's very sluggish. Point of note here, I had a quick go at this before recording this footage, and the dead bodies that fall after you shoot something can kill you, so you need to avoid those. Judging by the graphical style and general gameplay of this one, I'm guessing it was something fairly early on in the SNK development portfolio. And I think that's probably enough of that one. I think we should move on. So next up we've got Street Smart. And now we're in proper SNK territory with a side-on 2D beat 'em up. I haven't even looked at the controls for this, so I'm just going to randomly button bash and see how I do. See if we floored him quite easily there. Oh, there we go. And he's down again. Seems to have an awful lot of health, this guy. It's taking a long time to finish him off. Oh, he's flashing red now. Does that mean he's nearly finished? Or is he just enraged? Ah, finally he's dead. And an ambulance comes to pick him up. Oh, and our reward is coming in the shape of a shapely blonde who gives us a tap on the shoulder. Okay, that was Street Smart. Next up we have Time Soldiers. Okay, yeah, and this is another vertical scrolling shoot 'em up, very much in the vein of Ikari Warriors, 2-stick style. Apparently you can't walk over those potholes. Death. Difficulty level in this one seems to be a bit higher again, or it could just be that I'm truly terrible at this type of game. Probably the latter. And we get the gist of that one. Time to move on, I think. TNK3. I'm guessing TNK is just short for tank, based on the picture. Oh, this looks like Iron Tank that we played earlier. It must be a sequel game. Yep, this looks very, very similar to Iron Tank. Seems to have slightly improved the control system though in this one. It's a lot easier to maneuver the tank and shoot. Once again, it seems to benefit from taking cover behind things in this game. You can easily shoot stuff while you're hiding behind something else. Much better than going on full-on attack. Seems a little bit easier than the first game, certainly judging by my progress, or it might just be that I'm a bit more used to it now. The graphics are also a bit improved on the first Iron Tank game. There's a bit more variation in the enemies than what you generally see on the screen. Okay, gotta try and make our way across this narrow bridge here. There's a big tank on there. And it's destroyed us. Okay, that concludes that one. TNK3, a follow-up to Iron Tank, I think. Next on the list is Vanguard. So I do happen to know that this is a horizontally scrolling shoot 'em up. This game has a very unique shooting style where you can shoot in all 4 directions by pressing the different buttons on your joypad. These little energy things here that you can run through make you invincible, and you can just crash into ships while you've got this on. There we go, just blow them up while it's on.
Be careful. Let's attack. Be careful. Let's attack. Rainbow zone. Be careful.
So whilst this is essentially a horizontally scrolling shooter, we do have a bit variation in gameplay here, where we are making our way upwards on the channel. This is extremely difficult at this speed. Can I make it? No, I can't. And failed again. The end. Okay, that was Vanguard. Next up, we have World Wars. Okay, this is the final game in the series, and what better to end on than another vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. I'm not going to play this for too much longer. We've seen plenty of these before. This looks like later in the series. It's got a bit nicer graphics, better control system. And there we go, we died.
Warning.
Phew, so that was it. All 25 games completed. Well, we say 25 games, but in reality there's maybe about 6 games with different graphics and slightly different gameplay. But if you do enjoy a bit of retro gaming, shoot 'em ups in particular, this collection may well be for you. So go ahead and download it from Amazon Prime Gaming right now, using the link in the description to get a free Prime account if you don't already have one. If you did enjoy today's content, why not consider giving a subscribe, giving a like, and enter some comments below the description in the video. Thanks for watching, see you next time.